If the rich never sell their assets, how do they afford private jets, mega mansions, or even day-to-day spending? The answer is simple. They borrow instead of sell. And because they borrow, they pay no tax on that money. Most ultra-wealthy people do not rely on paychecks. Their money is tied up in assets that grow over time: stocks, real estate, and businesses. These assets increase in value year after year, but as long as they do not sell them, they avoid paying capital gains tax. Instead, they walk into a bank, offer those assets as collateral, and borrow large sums of cash at very low interest rates. Because the loan is backed by a valuable asset, the bank is more than happy to help. They treat it like a secure deal. And here's the trick. Loans are not considered income. That means the rich can borrow millions and pay zero in income tax. Compare that to someone who works a job. They earn money, they pay tax immediately, there is no way around it. So how much can they really borrow? Are we talking about small amounts? Not at all. Elon Musk once borrowed over $60 billion against his Tesla stock. That is not a typo. Billion with a B. Real estate investors do the same thing. They buy a building, let it increase in value, then refinance to pull out cash, still without selling. This cash can then be spent, reinvested, or used to buy more assets. It becomes a cycle: grow, borrow, spend, repeat. But wait, what happens if the market crashes? Is this actually safe? There are risks. If the value of the asset drops too much, the lender can force a sale. This is called a margin call. It can get ugly fast. That is why this strategy only works if your assets are large and stable enough to survive short-term drops. Used wisely, it is powerful. Used carelessly, it can ruin you. The key is discipline and timing. To the average person, it may sound strange, but borrowing against wealth is how the rich stay rich. It is completely legal. Is there any way regular people can do something similar? In small ways, yes. If you own a home, you can use a home equity line of credit. If you have investments, you may be able to borrow on margin. But always be cautious. These tools carry risk. Only use them if you understand what could go wrong. Too many people take loans to fund vacations or luxury lifestyles. That is not what the wealthy do. They borrow to build more wealth. For them, the goal is simple. Never sell. Keep growing. Use someone else's money to live. And when they die, their heirs get those assets at a higher value, thanks to the step-up in basis rule. No tax on decades of gains. So they live tax-free, pass on wealth tax-free, and still control billions? It is not a loophole. It is a strategy, and it has been working for decades. Meanwhile, the middle class works, pays tax, and saves. They sell assets to retire, triggering taxes at every step. This is why wealth grows fastest for those who already have it. Ownership creates leverage. Selling kills it. You do not need to be a billionaire to learn from this. Focus on building assets. Think long-term. Avoid selling when you do not have to. Even small moves, like keeping investments growing or using refinancing smartly, can shift your entire financial future. What if more people understood this system? Would the rules change? Maybe. Some lawmakers want to change how loans and unrealized gains are taxed. But until then, the wealthy will keep playing the same game. Own, borrow, never sell, that is the formula. And now you know it too.